Today's keynote is not exactly something that I'm going to present to you like a keynote format, but I really wanted to tell you how this wellness movement works. So I would definitely make this interactive and also have members of our wellness ecosystem, the leaders who have been driving this wellness movement, to also talk about what they do so that you know exactly how we work. We work with women wellness, seniors, youth, that is our community track, and we focus on four major areas of health, which is heart health, diabetes, obesity, and then we also look at cancer and more importantly behavioral health because we focus on mind body wellness. So why are we here today? We are a partner with TAL, and we are delighted to be working together both for outreach and also fundraising. So we certainly are partnering with TAL for fundraising. Our goal is $1 million, and the spending and the focus is on the 7 tracks that we focus on, both community and health, which I just mentioned a while ago. And of course, we are launching a digital marketplace where we have vetted vendors offering you product and services for seniors, women, youth, all focusing on wellness and various other aspects of lifestyle and diet. So that's basically the goal. And Mohana, who's my colleague here, she'll also give you a flyer which has some details how you want to engage with us as a volunteer, as a donor, and by all means download the Khushi app, the CWC Khushi app, which will help you to plug into the wellness movement of Crack the Wellness Code. So by all means do that, and we love to work with you. Give us your feedback. This is basically, as I said, it's a dynamic ecosystem platform, and our constituents are doctors and practitioners, nutritionists, dietitians, health heroes. Coach will have one of our leaders, Rajiv Puranik, tell you about health heroes. So I'm not going to talk about that. But these people come together, all these offerings come together to make what Crack the Wellness Code is. So in very simple terms, we provide a platform offering resources, content, and various other enablers to help you to personalize your well-being. So it's a global platform. We take the best of the West and the East and make our own content. That's something very unique about us. We have practitioners, we have dietitians who take the best of West and East. Our partners include academia, South Asia Heart Center. You just heard the executive director of South Asia Heart Center talking here. And of course, a variety of enablers, both in the mind-body wellness space. We also work with academia, Stanford Care and UC Irvine Health. We also work with the network of doctors, both at California state level and also at the pan-US level, a network which exceeds over 1,000 doctors. This is the mission. The mission gets more and more enriched as we proceed with time. Now with more technology, with the marketplace, we have an app. You can join as members, and the app basically helps you to take wellness with you on the go wherever you are. And it's a very interesting combination of content, resources, mentoring, joining support group. More of it you'll hear from some of our colleagues later. This is how we grew. So you can see it was pretty interesting. We actually scaled during the pandemic when things slowed down. We said, well, being in wellness, our only job is to scale at this point of time. So far we have done more than 180 events online on site. And of course, we have generated huge content. So if you use our app, you are going to enrich yourself with content. And these are, doctors, again, health heroes, nutritionists, practitioners, a very, 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 very wide-ranging and diverse range of, content on preventive care, lifestyle medicine, diet, and including cooking, healthy cooking demonstrations and recipes and so on. This is what we cover in a nutshell. I talked most of it, but this is in a more schematic form. It's good to have a structure so that you know what we focus on. By the way, we are looking for track leaders. So all these, we are looking for leaders. We have some leaders, and we have some of our leaders here already. And we are definitely, by 2020, fill up all these leadership positions. The leader basically runs programs. We are also introducing courses on diabetes, health, and these are very preventive care courses run by doctors and practitioners. This is the journey. So if you join us, we take you through the wellness journey. It depends on which stage of wellness you are, and give you this whole bunch of resources. So there's a video which you like to play. It's a 42 seconds video. So just tell you, we are all grappling, we are all confused, so much of information. I don't think there's any problem with the information, but what is good for me and how do I internalize? So that's basically what the membership, you can blow it up, yeah. Yeah. So that's the wellness ladder that we offer for you. It depends where you are. If you are at a stage where you really want to jump into this whole bandwagon, then join us and become a starter, then explorer, become a champion. But if you think that you have progressed quite a bit, then why don't you be a mentor and help others to transform their lives? Run a support group. We have people who have reversed diabetes and run a support group for us. Okay. So we're also looking for champions, health champions. So there are two sets of people in the community. Obviously, some people are givers who are actually done very well for themselves in terms of the health, and they want to give back. And there are others who are seeking, help in terms of. So we cater to both, and it's very well structured in terms of women, because women have their own, psychological, psychosocial, and physiological challenges. The youth have a different aspiration, how they move through their wellness path. And seniors, you'll hear from Dr. Sachin Deshmukh, who runs our senior program, how we help our seniors. This is a whole range of partners, including TAL, that we work with. There are many more, but this is just an idea that to really run an ecosystem and offer this range of services that we do, these are the kind of partners. And our partners also include a lot of service providers of lifestyle medicine and diet, including healthy food suppliers. So this is the app. You have the flyer in front of you. So do have Khushi on your phone, and please make full use of it. We'd love to have your feedback. You can give us your feedback through the app. Enjoy the video, and we'll be adding more of the videos in the podcast. And we have the Health Hero Spotlight session where you can hear the health heroes, and at the same time, you can also be a health hero, or you can seek mentoring from a health hero. We do a whole bunch of events online, on-site. These are just a kind of a glimpse of the kind of celebrity speakers that we have had. And they are from all walks of life, and some real celebrity doctors and wellness champions, and people who had amazing journey in terms of doing something fantastic and inspiring in terms of their health and wellness, and how they have been helping the community. We are supported and funded by entrepreneurs, health tech companies, health heroes, doctors, and of course, there are people who invest in the health tech space. They're also there. So that's another way that you can contribute and associate with us. These are typical events, just a glimpse of that. I would like to call Dr. Sachin Deshmukh, Rajiv Puranik, and Dr. Navneet Singh. He is one of our doctor patrons. He's a pediatrician, so we want to hear from them how they work with the community and what they do, because as it's a movement, so all these people make things happen. So let's hear them.
Hi, my name is Rajiv Puranik. I'm an engineer by training. Some of my people call me ex-engineer now. So I just wanted to draw upon a couple of things. You're going to learn, hear from my esteemed doctor colleagues, but so I'm going to leave that up. That is actually a very foundational part of everything we do is driven by medical science. We don't, we really, that's very important for us in Crack the Wellness Code to have the experts say what they do, right? The thing I want to focus on is, as you saw the illustration of application Khushi. Khushi in Hindi means happiness. We believe, being healthy is one of the important components of being happy. The two things that I wanted to talk about are the Health Hero and the support groups programs we have. So Health Hero that, Som was mentioning earlier about, is essentially someone or a group of people who have overcome personal health challenges or prevented one from happening. And by the way, I'm kind of one of those who prevented things from happening, but I work with my colleagues who reverse diabetes, heart issues and stuff like that. And we want to give back. We want to really share what we've learned. So that is an important aspect, because it's great to have all the knowledge in the world, but you really want someone to look up to or say, oh, if that person can do it, so can I. So that is a very important aspect of what we do. And then we bring it down even further in form of support groups, which is we get small collection of people who hang out together. We have a support group for, that is run by me and my friend Raj Shah. We do, like every other week, we talk to people, a group of people, and they bring their difficulties. They bring, hey, what can I do if this happens? And it's not like we know all the time. And we, by the way, depend a lot on the doctor experts, right? That's important for us. But we share with them what we have learned over time, like how to do green juicing, and if you can't do it, what are your alternatives, et cetera, et cetera. These practical tips. And the other important aspect of that is it keeps people motivated. There is nothing like a joint commitment. Like, if you go and try to be on any kind of a health plan, it's very hard to do over a long period of time. But if you got a group of people, a cohort that are together committed to doing it, you are more likely to do it. And that's our whole focus of those two programs. And I'm going to leave the most important aspect, the expert part of it, to the doctors.
Hello, everyone. My name is Navneet Singh. I'm a pediatrician with the Palo Alto Medical Foundation. I've been in practice for a little bit over 20 years. Just wanted to start off by thanking the Touch of Life Foundation for hosting this really great event, and also for including Crack the Wellness Code on this. Thanks to the CWC team, as Som was saying, for all the organization and getting this to happen. So as Som mentioned, I am one of the doctor patrons for CWC. So I'm a pediatrician, as I said, and the reason I wanted to join the group was because I really, my life's passion is to advocate for the needs of children, because they often don't have a voice for themselves. And when we're talking about healthcare, I think it's really important that we think about the healthcare of children as well as adults. So that was the kind of impetus for me to join the movement, and it's been a really great ride so far. Certainly as a pediatrician, I think as we went into the pandemic, one of the main things that I noticed in my own clinical practice, and I'm sure you've heard a lot of news about this too, was all of the effects that the pandemic had on our young people. So for example, if you think about babies or toddlers who are not able to go to daycare, not able to go to preschool, not even able to have play dates, their opportunities for socialization were very different than kids normally would have had. And the first few years are so important developmentally for kids to have those opportunities. So, I think that's been tough on the little ones. And then especially for teenagers, it's been a really rough time too. There's been a huge increase, unfortunately, in mental health issues for teenagers. Unfortunately, rising rates of suicide, rising rates of anxiety, of depression, hospitalization for depression, and those kinds of things going into the pandemic. I think as a pediatrician, I always like to pay a lot of attention to developmental stages for children, and developmentally for teenagers. We all really value social interaction, but the teenage years is one in which that's really important. So when we went into the pandemic and kids were having to navigate doing online learning, not being able to do sports and clubs, I think that was really tough for them as well. So as So mentioned, sometimes, in difficult times, there's actually opportunities. And so CWC thought this would be a good opportunity to support parents and youth during this difficult time. So we started to create a lot of content specifically around mental health issues because we felt like that was a big priority at this time. So we started off by doing things like podcasts and Zoom seminars because we were not able to meet in person. And then gradually, as things opened, we were able to do seminars as well in person, touching on mental health topics. And the panels included myself, as well as child psychiatrists, as well as psychologists. So I think that's a service that we've really tried to provide to the community because one of the things I've realized over the last many years of being in practice is the importance of mind-body interplay. So when you're talking about health, it's really important to make sure that we're keeping track of our emotional health and mental health, because that really does play a role in terms of our physical health as well. So that's been our target. I think that we've hopefully made a positive impact with that. I did want to just quickly talk, and someone told me I could quickly talk about one other thing, kind of, I think, related to mental health, and that's when we went into the pandemic as a physician. I certainly saw, as I said, a lot of people going through anxiety and depression. There was a lot of uncertainty. So that was an impetus for me to think about happiness. What is it that leads to happiness, and how is it that I can promote happiness in the community? As I started to do research on this, I found out that one of the main things that leads to happiness is gratitude. So I started to think about what is it that I could do to promote gratitude in our community. And I decided to step way outside of my comfort zone and work on developing an app. Anyone that knows me, including my kids, will tell you I'm not tech savvy at all. I can barely sign out of my Gmail account. So I did line up with some developers, programmers in India, and I worked on developing an app. And it just got released, so I'd really hope that you guys would take a second and check it out. So the name of the app is Gratis, and it's a non-for-profit app. We're a 501c3 registered organization. And basically what Gratis does is when someone does something nice for you, which pretty much happens to all of us, I think, every day, you're able to provide gratitude to that person by donating to a charity of their choice. So it's a way to pay it forward. So I think it's so much more impactful than just giving someone a gift card to Starbucks or giving someone a box of chocolates. You're actually supporting a charity for them. So it's available under the App Store. If you have an iPhone, it's available under Gratis Foundation. I see some people looking at their phones. That's awesome. And then it's available under the Play Store under Give Gratis. It's a free app. Again, it's a non-for-profit. The other thing that the app allows a user to do is to donate to to ask other people to donate to their charity in lieu of giving them a gift. For example, like, it's my birthday coming up and I really don't need anything else. Instead of giving me a gift, why don't you donate to a charity on my behalf? So just want to plug that.
Will also be a contender to that.
Yes. So yeah, check out the app, and thank you very much.
Yeah, so getting to the community track, so we have Dr. Sachin for the senior, Kevin for the youth, and we'll wrap it up with Mohana, who will also talk about not the call to action, outreach, and also about the women wellness that we are doing. So over to you.
So I've been involved with the CWC from the beginning part as a core team, and I lead the senior program. And along with the senior program, I also lead the mind-body lifestyle aspect. So we include a lot of mind-body techniques, yoga, meditation, and then also many times we lead a very busy life into the Silicon Valley. We don't even ask people, are you stressed? We all are. We just ask how much and then what we do with it. And the problem usually comes from the spectrum of how to live in the moment. And we had beautiful example like the gratitude and all these simple looking things can be very transformational tool. We have a very wide group of senior community who are very enriched, and especially during pandemic time, we kind of bought all this movement online. We haven't done that before, and we had a very amazing support through the online presence. We did over 135 programs online, completely without charging.
Sure. So thank you all so much for having us here today. I'll keep it brief. So I'm one of the youth ambassadors for CWC, and I've had the pleasure of working with CWC for over 2 years, and we've been able to host dozens of webinars and really great events for youth participants. So we've covered everything from mental health, mind-body wellness, nutrition, which is something that I'm very interested in, and it's just been really great. So yes, exactly. So we're always looking to expand our network of youth participants. So please, if you know anyone who's interested, please reach out. We'll have really great opportunities for them. Thank you.
Okay, you'll find our printouts on your table, so please take a look at it. Please join our membership. It's for free. You'll get to see a lot of podcasts, videos, lots and lots of information on Health Heroes and everything that our great team has just shared with you. We're also looking for volunteers, so please do scan the code and join us and be a part of our wellness movement. Thank you.